Before the weekly analysis begins, I just want to let you know that I do have a Patreon page. We have two tiers available. The first tier is called Start Off for £15 a month, and what you will receive is access to a Discord server containing the beginners, intermediate, and advanced course, risk management course for Elliot Wave trading, as well as financial literacy content. This tier is also for those who want to learn at their own pace and generally just support what I do and just join a community of like-minded traders. The second tier that I have is called the Waveologist for £35 a month, and what you receive is everything that I mentioned above with the addition of specific chart requests for me to annotate on a daily and weekly time frame, and one-to-one support or group sessions depending on how many people have subscribed to this tier. The group or one-to-one sessions are for those people who want a little bit of extra help with their Elliot Wave education, and also give the opportunity to ask me as many questions. Please do keep in mind that these are going to be 1 hour sessions depending on how many people have subscribed, and also I would say please do consider joining. It is really good value for money, and without further ado, let's get into the analysis. Alright guys, welcome back. This is going to be my Elliot Wave count for the week to come, but first of all, any views or opinions that are expressed in this video do not constitute to trading or financial advice. So let's get started here straight away on pound yen. So let's add my annotations, and obviously from what I've seen, and obviously from all the videos that I've said, I've decided to say that the wave 5 has already come in here, and what we're seeing here is essentially a expanding leading diagonal, which basically means that every single impulsive wave in the structure tends to become longer. So you're going to see a wave 5 which will be extremely longer than the wave 3. The wave 3 is longer than the wave 1, and obviously we've got our wave 2 and our wave 4 corrections right here. Where are we going to see this market head towards the next? Well, obviously from the previous video I did say that we are going to start to push down, and we have. And I hope some of you guys did make some money from this. Obviously these are not signals. My mentorship program, my server is not signals providers. We don't provide signals, we just provide teaching, and it's a community, and it's basically a community of people that want to just join like-minded people, like-minded traders. And you know, we've had a sell-off, and we've started to sort of break market structure. As you can see, we had a nice retest of that market structure. You can see that there's a nice if people want to use this pattern, a head and shoulders pattern right here, right here, bang bang, here we go, here we go. So I mean, if people do trade head and shoulders, you know, then that's up to them. But there's a nice head and shoulders pattern right here, and our neckline is just about there. We've come back to test that neckline again, and from that neckline we can see that, especially on the 4 hour time frame, we are getting some sort of wick rejection. We did have a sort of level of consolidation in and around here in a smaller time frame to then break it towards the downside. So you know, we're going to see some continuations to the downside to eventually come in, and you know, we can also draw our parallel trend line, parallel channel in right here. So we can say that, for example, we have a nice wave 1 here, a wave 2, expecting a 3, 4 and a 5 in a higher wave, or a higher degree. And where we are currently is we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. So that basically means that this is a wave 1 of wave 3, and then we have a maybe an A, B, and then we come up again for a C to give us our wave 2 in a wave 3, and then we're going to eventually see some more downside to give us our third leg, fourth leg, fifth leg, etc., to give us our sort of higher degree fifth wave to complete this leading expanding diagonal. Most likely, in terms of the long term, I am going to see that this is going to eventually take down the wave 4 lows right here, in and around this level, and then from here we'll then start to see the market sort of eventually give us a 3 wave correction in an ABC or WXY to push to the upside. Usually it will be an ABC because wave 2s are usually ABCs, but we will eventually see some deeper correction to come back in, maybe retracing 50 to 61.8% of this entire leading diagonal move. So for the week to come, especially even fundamental, you know, we've got the new budget and stuff like that happening in the UK economy, in the parliament and stuff like that. So we're gonna see some more sort of negative, I genuinely believe, what do you call it, negative outlooks for the UK economy, especially even when the inflation is even skyrocketing as well. So eventually, I mean, I'm going to be saying that for this week, we are definitely going to be heading towards more to the downside. But as we are heading towards the downside, any correction that you get, any three-wave correction or pullback that you get, just look to sell it. Any correction, look to sell it. But yeah, so that's pound yen. Let's go on to pound dollar. This is probably the chart that we're probably focusing for this week. So with pound dollar, we did have this as an expanded flat, and it has given us that completion, and we had a huge impulsive move to the upside. If you guys check my short out, I did say that we are currently in this sort of expanded, we have completed this expanded flat, and we are going to be heading towards the upside eventually on this pair. For those of you that think that pound dollar and pound yen are correlated, they're not. They're not correlated at all, because obviously it's different pairs. But in terms of how what the UK does, yes, it does affect both of the pairs. But it all depends on the opposite pair that they're going against with. If the dollar is stronger, then the pound is going to fall. If the yen is stronger, then the pound is going to fall. If the yen is weaker, then the pound is going to go up higher. If the dollar is weaker, then the pound will go up higher. Um, but what we have here is essentially a huge impulsive move, and we have broken the previous market structure right here. And since market structure has been broken, we're going to start to see some sort of wave coming back down. Now, the way from my wave count, the way I count this is simply a 1, 2, then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 into a 5. This is a wave 4, and then we have a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then we're getting a wave 5, or a wave 5 is going to complete, and that's going to be our wave 1 with impulse. And what we're going to expect from here is essentially a 3-wave correction to give us our wave 2. And then we would then expect the market to eventually continue going to the upside, hitting maybe all-time, or not all-time highs, but in terms of December highs, you can say, hitting towards 1.24, 1.25, even 1.26 is even a possibility. So in terms of Gbpusd, I'm going to suggest that we are going to go towards the upside. I expect the impulsive move towards the upside, 3, 4, and a 5. However, at the end of the day, we are in terms, like I said, the whole entire fundamental side of things is quite bad. So for me personally, even though this is the fifth leg, it is a bit risky to trade. With the fifth figure could also end in the leading diagonal, so you might not get necessarily a textbook style impulsive move to the upside, but you might get a ending diagonal. And if even if there's an ending diagonal, doesn't mean we're wrong. It just means it's a different type of impulsive move. So yeah, pound dollar, expect a correction or wave 2 to come in, or if we are currently in this wave 2 and we get like a flat to come in to give us our wave 2 as an A, B, and a C, and then we're going to eventually see the market push to the upside, giving us our fifth leg completion as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulse. So let's go on to our final chart here, gold. So gold has been very, very interesting, especially what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. So here's my annotations. We have currently have this as a wave 1 has been completed. Instead of this being I did say this was a zigzag, but I'm going to change that to an A, B, C into a W. So we have a W here, an X, and then this is a wave Y. Let's just get rid of the wave, bear with me. And yeah, so this is a wave Y. The wave Y looks like it's given us a nice zigzag. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have a B, then a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So A, B, C as a zigzag, and this has given us our wave 2. And where we are currently is in this sort of impulsive move, which is our wave 3. So we have a wave 1 here, a wave 2, wave 1, a wave 2, then a 1, 2, then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and a 5. So this could be the wave 3 coming in, and we have created new highs. So I'm expecting a 4 to eventually come in to then give us our fifth wave to the upside. And we're going to expect this to go quite high. Now this is going to be a huge move to the upside, and we'll eventually continue going much more higher. We could see possibly even the newer highs being made, maybe hitting around 2,363, or let's just round it to a whole number, around the 2,350 and the $2,400 an ounce level. So we're going to see around there the market come towards. At the end of the day, we are on that fifth leg, so we might, even after this fifth wave is completed, we might get a sort of deeper correction to come back in again, bring the price of gold down. But that's the future. That's going to come a bit later on. But as of now, what we have now, we are extremely impulsive. I wouldn't recommend people selling this. I'll just be looking to the buys. Any pullbacks that you get, just look to buy it. Any pullbacks, look to buy it. So I hope you guys do like my analysis. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do have a Patreon for all of those people that are interested in mentorship. You guys will get access to my private Discord. And yeah, I'll see you guys until the next one. Take care.